first thing we talked about was the 2B weave, and that was this guy's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then how to turn and do it in reverse. And then how to turn and get it back to forward. And then we talked about the wrap. So as I cross, I'm going to cross and then wrap around my hand, flip, cross, wrap my hand, and that's the 2B weave with the wrap. Then we talked about the wrap and how to go back and forth over the hand. We talked about if we kept going, it's going to end up at the head. We talked about how to wrap it around another part of the body, whether it be our hand, our arm, our neck, in horizontal or in vertical. And we learned the concept of how to figure out how to wrap it with the middle of the body part and rolling it to where we want to make first contact, which will be high on the neck, and marking that. And that's what I know needs to make contact with that part of the neck first. We talked about how to go from one hand to the other hand by pinching it at the index fingers, and how to catch that, send it back, do that continuously, and then we talked about how to scoop under and do continuously in the same direction. We talked about pinching it wrist to wrist and coming to a lock, flipping the direction and going back into this and the other way. Lock. Break. And we talked about the conveyor belt family. So we started that it starts with this guy. We really want to focus on it coming to here, this part perpendicular point where it's on the forearm. That's when our hand pushes forward and it comes horizontal to the hand. Altogether it's like this. And together with the other hand, you just can go with this guy. Down both directions. And we're going to cover the end of the conveyor belt later. We talked about how to find this balance, how to go into a carry with that balance, and then we talked about the break. So across my body, if I'm in my right shoulder, the center's behind me, so it lines up with the middle of the neck. I cross to my left side, and I'm going to give it a nice spin, dip down, and come up on the other side. That dip helps stabilize the staff to keep it nice and centered. I look at the head in front of me, and I draw a horizontal line that's parallel to the ground, so my staff isn't angled on a wobble. We talked about when you get to the other side, you can turn with it, flick, and turn back. It's a good one. And then we weren't even, no one was able to do this move, but I was able to demonstrate it. So if it's on my left shoulder, instead of being on my right side, I'm going to open up to the left. I'm going to put the other hand up, and I need to remember to squeeze my shoulder blades together. And once it gets to perpendicular with my body, I'm going to quickly duck under and up. This is, I think this one's a variation of the duck out, probably like the most minimal duck out. Okay. Remembering to keep the shoulder blades nice and flat for that one. I would suggest if you do that move, stretch beforehand. This is really a lot in the shoulders, so wiggle, 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 and shake it all out. Y'all use your stick to stretch. And I think that's a wrap.